Hello, I'm Domenic Marbaniang from the Department of Religion and Philosophy at Hong Kong Baptist University. Today, I would like to talk about atheism in Jainism. One rarely would find a religion that is blatantly atheistic, but Jainism is one. However, it will be wrong to classify this religion as godless because this is a religion of infinite gods. Jainism believes that the universe, including an infinite number of souls, are eternal and uncreated. Each soul is essentially omniscient, light, and free. However, it gets entangled with physical matter and drawn into the cycle of birth and rebirth and finds itself in the bondage of a body. But when the soul realizes the truth and engages in right conduct, non-violent action, right meditation, it moves upward towards liberation, eventually attaining divine realization. The liberated ones stay in permanent bliss, having attained emancipation from the cycle of birth. But those gods who attained heavenly abode due to previous good works return to this world of birth and rebirth as soon as the merit of their good actions is depleted. Jainism teaches that it has always been this way. The universe never had a beginning and will never have an end. It operates according to its own natural laws. Reality is divided into infinite living souls and substances such as matter, motion, rest, space, time. All these are uncreated and eternal, including the wheel of time. There is worship of liberated souls, but such worship is not in order to gain any favor. Worship of such gods is mainly exemplary, contemplative, and motivational. This is because the liberated ones are liberated from the cycle of birth and rebirth and are no longer connected to it. So seeking favor from them is redundant. Each soul is supposed to attain to such a state. Well, the point is that each of the infinite souls is really a god. The embodied ones, whether in insect, animal, or human form, are actually so due to a bondage to karma. They are incarnated gods, and incarnation is bondage and evil which one must seek liberation from. But if all souls are God, then there is no God above them. They do not need to believe in a creator, sustainer, and judge of the world. There is nothing beyond this universe. In that sense, it is atheistic. Jainism basically maintains that there is no proof for the existence of a creator God and that there is no need for such God in their system. Jain scholars have tried to refute theistic arguments for the existence of God. The idea of a creator God that contradicts their belief of infinite uncreated souls and the doctrine of the world and salvation associated with the same. For instance, they ask, if God created the world, who created God? Then in response to Nyaya apologists who argued that the universe is a product that needs a maker like every pot needs a potter who creates it out of pre-existent clay, they argued there is no evidence that this universe is an effect or a product. Therefore, the deduction of a first cause is unwarranted, they argued. They asked, how do you know that this universe is a product? One can know that about jars and pots, but how can one know that about the universe? So the Jains held that the notion of a God has no valid proof. Yeah, it might seem so. Perhaps it is much closer to Gnosticism in regarding matter as evil and the soul as pure. Its emphasis on right knowledge seems also Gnostic. However, Jainism has a strong emphasis on non-violence as well. Jainism emphasizes on a five-fold ethic of truth, non-violence, non-stealing, non-covetousness, and celibacy or chastity. This practical side is where Christianity and Jainism can find some similarity. Christian spirituality has usually emphasized on the importance of poverty, humility, chastity, and obedience. However, it must be noted that the doctrinal foundation of the ethical principles are very widely different.